Hi, I'm Greg Watson from Watson Real Estate here in Palmerston North. I'm just here on our page, watsonrealestate.nz. But we're going to look at the real estate monthly stats that have just come out, and I thought I'd share with you what some of those statistics are doing, what the market's doing. It's really crazy in terms of what's happening, particularly here in the Manawatu Wanganui area. So this relates to the month of July. The new Real Estate Institute of New Zealand CEO, Jen Baird, mentions that the median prices for residential property across New Zealand as a whole have actually increased by over 25% in 1 year. And she goes through to mention that while a couple of regions saw record prices, overall things are increasing very much and very quickly indeed. But we won't worry about that text too much. I'll just show you some of the highlights. I like to look at the Auckland median house price year on year is up to 1.17 million, and that's a 28% increase, really quite incredible there. And New Zealand outside of Auckland has had a 23% increase. So and that relates to, supply and demand to a certain extent as that continues to be ongoing. So the national median house price now is $826,000, really flying up there compared to where it was a few years ago. So how's it looking in your area? In our area, Manawatu Wanganui, it's another record equaling median house price change, up almost 32% in 1 year. That's incredible return on investment in terms of capital growth. So not only that, but investors who have more than one property and who may be looking at buying another property need a 40% deposit. And if we're getting these sorts of returns in 1 year, if you get that across a couple of properties, you should then be able to lend again to buy another. See, there's some quite significant changes indeed. Let's look at the lower half of the country. Southland still going up, and the West Coast has been making some major moves, Marlborough as well. But overall, everything is going up like crazy, despite the efforts of the government to slow things down. The number of properties that are for sale at the moment is the lowest level ever. So it's pretty hard to find properties. People aren't selling. And this here shows the number of properties that are selling in that $1 million plus category. It's gone from 19% to 35% as the prices move up. And that ability to find a property under $500,000, it was 28% a year ago. Now it's 15%. So really hard to find properties at that lower rate. I'm just going to pop through to the seasonally adjusted medians, and this is where you can look at the median changes. That's just the list of what we effectively saw on the map, but it gives you an idea compared to last year as to how things are changing. And I've noticed recently media are starting to report in terms of changes per month to make it sound like things are slowing down. So what's happening in our region? Manawatu Wanganui, median house prices achieved that $580,000 record. There are 4 areas within that achieved records: Manawatu District at 629, Palmerston North City at 678, Rangitikei District at 520, and Tararua District 445. So a lot happening here indeed. The amount of properties available is down 15% when compared to last year. So let's break it down slightly so you can see what it's like closer to you. And again, it's best to compare to a year ago to get a trend. So it just shows you that the median price in Palmerston North City a year ago was $508,000, now $678. What an incredible increase that is. Likewise, Wanganui, incredible increase there as well, $363 to $520. And then we saw there Tararua going very well as well. And this shows the percentages here. And you can see how much those have gone up. Palmerston North City, interesting, is up 1/3, which is quite incredible indeed. Finally, how does this look as a graph? The blue is a trend line, or the 12-month median average. And you can see there things have slowed a bit, but are still rising. The gap there is COVID, of course. So, and the volumes are slowly decreasing year on year. So that's what we've got for this week. That's some of the latest stats. I just wanted to mention that I do have a podcast, which is on this site. It's called, you just look up propertymatters.podbean.com, and there's a number of links there to interesting things. This is specifically has a focus on Manawatu Wanganui, but also looks outside of the area and nationally, and also with regards to what's happening internationally. So if you were interested, find your way to propertymatters.podbean.com, or it's also available on Manawatu People's Radio, which is mpr.nz under Property Matters. Thanks for watching.